Kev G Weather Overview. Welcome to winter 2023-2024 as we have crossed the winter solstice. And this is a brilliant graphic that the National Weather Service in Upton, New York put out. White Christmases in New York City since 1953. Now, if you look on the legend on the bottom, if you pause your video, the legend on the bottom has the green tree, which indicates no snow on the ground. The snowflakes in the tree is no snow on the ground, but new snow falls. 1 to 3 inches of snow depth on the ground is the Bob Ross lightly shaded snow tree. And then the one that's completely shaded in snow, over 3 inches of snow, was on the ground that year. So now you have to go all the way back to 2009, where we had 1 to 3 inches on the ground in snow depth, and that was 2009, and that was from a storm that hit around December 19th, 2009. Now, a few of my favorite years to pick out, just a few of my favorite things. 2010, you see how it says no snow on the ground? Well, a day later, we got a monstrous blizzard on the 26th, Boxing Day. Still one of my favorite storms of all time. 2002, it took all day for Central Park and New York City area to change over to snow. But finally, by midnight on December 26th, while much of the Hudson Valley was buried in 6 to 12 inches of snow, Central Park came in with 5 inches. Again, one of my favorite snowstorms of all time. So definitely check out this wonderful graphic on weather.gov Twitter page for our area in Upton, New York. Now, for the contiguous United States, this is off the Weather Channel. They put this out the other day. Most of the country is not going to be covered in the white stuff. The least amount of snow cover that we've had since 2003 is probably going to be broken. This year, I think we'll have less than 20% of the country covered in snow. There will be a blizzard in the Great Plains, and that'll be happening for Christmas Day for parts of Nebraska and also Wyoming. And that just about does it. As we look at the GFS, the weather across the eastern part of the United States, where we live, is very calm. We have some clouds out there right now, and we have some passing showers. But other than that, it's going to be high and dry. We're going to have mild temperatures for this time of year as we work through Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. You can see that there's rain in parts of the southeast for Christmas, and that'll be slowly moving up the eastern seaboard, but it never really makes it in here. Instead, our skies remain pretty fair. And it's going to take all day Tuesday for this front to work its way through. And by the time we get into Tuesday into Tuesday night into Wednesday morning, that's when we're going to see the rain finally sweep its way through. But it's going to take forever to get in here. So pretty much dry through Wednesday, and then we have this rain that moves through. And then it's a bit unsettled for the end of the week as low pressure kind of meanders nearby. But I think for the most part, it's going to be dry. We'll notice that the temperatures will get cooler as we go through the week. And as we go into New Year's weekend, it looks dry again with mainly seasonable temps for this time of year. This is by next Sunday, and it looks dry for New Year's festivities. So right now, the early look at New Year's for partying and celebrating and just being out and about looks pretty decent. And then by the time we get into the new year, around the 2nd of January, the GFS wants to spin up low pressure along the eastern seaboard. I don't really know how real that is. But more importantly, I think is to look at the upper air pattern going into the new year. And this is by the weekend. We see the colder air is definitely more on the playing field as far as the overall weather pattern is concerned. This is by Friday the 29th. The weather pattern to me looks like going into the new year that it's going to be very active with a lot of opportunities for wintry weather. But there's no real definitive storm, at least yet, on the weather map. But you can see by the time we're into the 5th of January, this is nothing like we had last year as far as the overall weather pattern is concerned. It looks colder with potential for some storminess around. But again, there's really nothing definitive at this point, at least through the next 7 days that I can see, that might say to me, that might be something to look out for as far as the, like a storm or anything of consequence. I mean, I think our temperatures will come back down to the very warm levels that we see for right now. Like today, for example, we're looking at highs around 48. This is for Christmas Day, highs around 51. The complete opposite of last year. I don't know if you remember, but it was bone-chilling cold. I don't think we got above 20 in a lot of places on Christmas Day last year. 30 degrees warmer this year. Highs on Tuesday, the same as we wait for that rain to move in. But it's going to take all day on Wednesday for the rain to move in. And then we have highs again in the 50s for Wednesday. And then around Thursday, much of the same with highs generally around 53, 54. And then by Friday, I think we'll be looking at the temperatures coming back down with highs generally in the 40s to lower 50s. But overall, we're looking at like mid 40s for Friday, which is still kind of above normal for this time of year. So overall, a mild weather pattern as we set sights on a new year. We set sights on a new season. We're in the winter 2023-24. I think it'll be a lot more active this year than it was last year, but no real definitive storm threats, at least for the next 7 days, other than the rain chance that we have for this coming Wednesday. Enjoy, everybody.